Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Chicago Bears. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? West 35. Hey, Ken. West right, sit. Alpha. Delta.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now it's Fields. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
In motion, the tight end. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. Here's Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Lockett, the motion man right. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Two yards to go, second down. Off left tackle, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey. 22 yards. And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw here. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too.
Fields changing the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fields looking left side. That's caught by Moore. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Last week in the wild card win, he had 7 catches. That's his first one here.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. That one goes for 8 yards.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. He'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 50-yard line. Moore the motion man. Fields tapping it forward. Jet sweep. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Two minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, 40 yards. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. 56 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available, and he's got to throw it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second down and 4.
Back to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this 1st half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. George Kittle as the 1st half is winding down.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the 1st half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's Fields now on second down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that, looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Now back to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. McCaffrey, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And he's got it inside the 10.
A brief pause in the action here as they tend to an injury. That's George Kittle shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so. But maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Second down and a yard. Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Fields now to throw.
Rolling to his right.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They work now on 2nd and 9. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this will be a Bears 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. In motion left goes Allen. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Moore, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
go.
The Bears on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that needs to get in gear if they want to play for a conference championship next weekend. Down 7. There he goes, left side. He's on his way. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Chicago. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Fields trying to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And he will make it back to the line of scrimmage, but that is all. 4th down coming up as we reach the 2-minute warning.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4. And his kick is good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Fields.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Here's Fields.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. All eyes on Fields. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Fields. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here we go. First and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Here's first and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That is incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Another try, second and 10 now. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.